Have you noticed that every time you watch porn or masturbate, something inside you dies? It's not just fatigue. It feels like your soul gets drained down the sink along with your energy. And the worst part, you swear you'll stop, but within 24 hours, you're back at it again, like a slave to your own urges. Studies suggest that over 90% of men are trapped in this cycle. But there's a hidden secret about this energy one that ancient masters understood, and Carl Jung called the hidden key to masculine power. And that's exactly what you're about to discover. But before we go deeper, if you feel like this energy is controlling your life, subscribe right now. Because here, you won't get cheap moral preaching. You'll get the truth that no one else dares to speak now. Listen carefully. You are being programmed to fail. The porn industry makes over $100 billion a year selling men a myth that your sexual energy is just entertainment. Carl Jung saw it differently. He called this force libido, just sexual desire, but the very life force of your soul. The same energy that built civilizations, created masterpieces, and forged empires. But look at what happens to you. A trigger hits an image, a thought. Your brain floods with dopamine, exactly like a drug. You give in 5 seconds of pleasure. Then comes the crash. Cortisol spikes. Testosterone plummets. Guilt eats you alive. You promise it was the last time. A study at Cambridge University found something brutal. Your brain in this cycle looks identical to a heroin addict's. You're not weak. You're wired. And until you understand that, you'll remain a prisoner of your own biology. Now, let me ask you honestly. How many years have you been fighting this? Drop a comment below, no judgment. How many times have you tried to quit? Because your story isn't just yours. It's the silent struggle of millions of men. Here's the part no one wants to face. The problem was never desire itself. The real enemy is what Jung called the sexual shadow. Those hidden pieces of shame, guilt, and secrecy buried deep in your psyche. Every time you were told as a boy that sex was dirty. Every time you felt guilt for touching yourself. Every secret you shoved into the basement of your mind didn't vanish. It turned into shadow. And when you ignore the shadow, it takes control. That's why you live as two men. In the daytime, you're rational, disciplined, focused. But at night, when you're alone, the shadow emerges. And you become an automaton scrolling through pixels on a screen. Jung discovered something savage. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. You think you're addicted to porn? No. It's your sexual shadow, starving, begging to be acknowledged. And here's the paradox. The harder you fight it, the stronger it gets. The more you try to kill desire, the more it devours you. That's why ancient traditions spoke of initiation by death. Not the death of desire, but the death of the boy who can't control it. For the conscious man to be born, the frightened boy must die. So the real question is, how do you make that passage? How do you die without destroying yourself? The answer is what the ancients called the alchemical transmutation of sexual energy. Jung compared libido to a river. Try to block it, it overflows and destroys. Let it run wild, it floods everything. But if you build channels, that same river generates power, life, abundance. This is the key. Desire is not meant to be killed, it's meant to be channeled. Every time you feel sexual energy rise, you face two choices. Waste it in seconds of empty release, or convert it into fuel for your evolution. Here's a practice you can try immediately. The next time temptation hits, don't run to the screen. Close your eyes for 60 seconds, breathe deep. Feel the energy move through your body. Pull it into your chest. Then redirect it. Go lift weights, write down an idea, work on a project that matters. That is alchemy, turning instinct into creation. You'll see that desire was never the enemy. It can become your greatest ally. Constant reminder that you are alive, with energy to build, to love, to conquer. If this is resonating with you, hit the like button right now. That way I'll know this is the kind of message you want. More of, and together we can spread this to other men who need to hear it. When a man learns to transmute his energy, he experiences what Jung called the return with power. Desire, once a curse, becomes his secret weapon. He walks back into the world, not as a slave, but as a master. He He can face any temptation, women, screens, urges, and remain whole. Unshaken, what once felt like a curse now reveals itself as a blessing. Desire was never against you, it only wanted to be heard. When you stop fighting yourself and start using this energy as your ladder, everything changes. You gain clarity, discipline, presence, and the final truth is simple. True mastery doesn't come from repression. It comes from reconciliation. When you embrace desire as part of your soul and learn to guide it, you stop being a slave and you become a creator. So the choice is in front of you. Keep repeating the same cycles, or transform your energy into power. The alchemy begins now. If this spoke to you, subscribe. This channel exists to help men like you turn their energy into purpose and power. And remember, this isn't the end of the journey, it's just one step. I'll see you in the next video, where another door will open for you. Thank you for watching, and stay strong.